Hey everyone, in this video I will be showing you guys how I lay down my edges. A lot of people ask me to show you guys how I do that. I didn't feel like there was a purpose, kind of, because everyone's hair is different, but if someone feels like it's going to help, then it's not a huge deal for me because, you know, I do it anyway, so it's not a problem to do it on camera. But I'll tell you guys that the most important part is to have hair that is long enough to fit into the ponytail holder. A lot of people can't lay down their edges and get them to stay down because their hair isn't quite long enough to make it into the ponytail holder. So if your hair can't make it into the ponytail holder, then it's going to be hard for the hair to stay down because it doesn't have any tension, anything keeping it there. So you could either utilize the bobby pins for that or try different styles until you have hair that's long enough to actually fit into the ponytail holder. But beyond that, I'm just going to start. I have a hair holder. It's actually a headband, but I use it as a ponytail holder. And this brush is boar bristle. I also have a bowl with water inside of it. And I'm going to use this because some people like to wet their edges. So if they do that, since I'm showing you guys this, I don't usually wet my hair to keep my edges down. They just kind of stay that way after I brush it. But like for the purposes of being, you know, as detailed as possible, or for the purposes of using all possibilities or the worst case scenario, I have the water, and I'm going to show you guys how I would do it with the water and everything. Also, I have this oil from Karen's Body Beautiful that I've showed you guys many times before. Oh, and one more thing, I have a bobby pin. I mean, you could use a lot, you could use more than one or a few. It's kind of late right now, so I'm just going to use one, kind of for the purposes of the video, not because I'm about to step out or anything. So I'm going to use one because I don't really need to secure it. But the way that I insert, gonna let the bus go by. But the way that I insert the bobby pin is what's more important than how many bobby pins I have. So to start, I have hair that hasn't been combed for a few days. And I didn't do it on purpose. I've just been really lazy. Like, I don't know, the last semester it took everything out of me. Like, it just drained me completely. And even after being out of school for a few weeks on, you know, spring break, I still feel like I need to sleep more or I need to relax more or something like that. So, you know, I've been kind of lazy, and I'm about to get out of that though, since it's going to start back up again. School I'm referring to. But yes. So I have hair that isn't fully combed out. As you can see, there's tangles here. It's not shiny. I could actually use a wash, so I might wash it in the next few days. And I also bought a shampoo, so I'm happy about that. I'll show you guys that in another video because this one is already going to be longer than I want it to be. So I have the hair, like I said, hasn't been detangled in a few days. I just flip it over, all of it. And I like high ponytail, so I'm going to place it higher on my head. And I will say that detangled hair is nicer to have when you're putting in ponytails, and you don't want to let the hair be tangled for too many days because it'll just make it that much harder when you want to detangle it. But it happens. We're not perfect. Sometimes we don't put our hair as first priority to our feelings and what's going on in our lives. So that's what happened with me. But also this works out for me because I like really big buns, and the bun has more volume when the hair isn't combed out. So this is why I'm showing you guys this as well, because it works out that my hair wasn't combed out, because the bun actually looks better this way to me. Okay, so upside down. And as you guys can see, it's not, you know, too fuzzy, and I haven't done anything yet, just gathered the hair. So I take the brush, and then I just slightly brush it and see how smooth I can get it with the brush alone. And the current state of my hair is blow dried. That's how I usually always keep my hair, for those of you who've been watching for a while. I'm just pulling the ponytail as tight as I can, taking care not to break any strands. Okay, so I grab my ponytail holder. Now that I've gotten the ponytail as tight as possible, and I use it this way. So it's like this. I fold it down and wrap it around the hair. And I'm going to tie it once. Okay, so this is what I'm left with. This is my ponytail. And this is the part of my bangs that's sticking out right now. Okay, so I take the brush it again, making sure to smooth the hair out, no lumps. And I'm not actually brushing the hair hard, it just sounds that way. The bristles are very soft. So now I take the bowl with the water in it and dip the tip of the bristles in the water. And then let the water drip off. And I'm not dousing my hair with water. And take note that I didn't wet the hair first and then brush it, but I did the ponytail and now I'm wetting it. So that's going to stop the hair from being straighter on the top than it is on the rest of the hair. Some people, when they slick their ponytail so much around the perimeter of their head, the curls are a bit looser than it is on the inside of their hair because they're just smoothing over the top layer of hair with a brush while the hair is wet. So notice that I'm not using the brush flat, but I'm kind of using it on the side. So that's how I brush it around the whole thing. It's not a hard concept to grasp, so I'm just going to speed up a bit. Okay, so the hair is really not wet at all. It's just slightly damp to the top layer. I don't feel the water on my scalp or anything. Then I take this oil, take a few drops, rub it together. Some people, when they put oil in the hair, they start at the hairline. I start a little bit further back from the hairline because the oil tends to seep forward and your forehead will be shiny or it will have oil on it. So if you put it a little bit further back, when the oil runs forward, it won't run onto your forehead. It will just run to the front of your hairline, kind of. Okay. And for the ends, I'll grab Karen's Body Beautiful. I'm using a new one because I can't find the other one in the house somewhere. So this is the consistency of it. It's really smooth. It smells great. I love this stuff. I really do. It's the Karen's Body Beautiful hair butter. And I rub this together. And also some people complain or say that, you know, everyone's hair isn't shiny when they're natural and everything like that. I'm aware of that because my hair isn't really shiny either, to be honest. I add the oils and creams, and by the time I do that, that really adds a lot of the luster to the hair. So, you know, if your hair is dry looking, don't feel like you can't ever get shiny hair. It's all about the products that you choose for your hair that will help add to what you already have, or add luster to hair where there is none. Okay, so that's what I do. Add some shine to the ends. Get it all the way down. And then the bun, I kind of keep it messy and high. Okay, so I usually do this with the help of a mirror, but since I don't have a mirror in front of me, it's not going to look as, you know, circular and probably as neat as it would if I did have the mirror, but I'm doing the best that I can. It's kind of like a beehive bun or something like that. Just pile it all on top, kind of, and wrap it around. Something like that, but I swear it looks nicer when I actually do it in the mirror. Okay, it kind of feels okay from, you know, where I'm feeling around. So I'm just going to grab the last point of this ponytail, or the last point of the bun. Take this bobby pin. And what I want you to see with the bobby pin is that sometimes the bobby pins, you shove them in, and then a couple hours later they start to creep back out. What I do is kind of weave them in, because when you weave them, they're not going to unweave themselves, versus if you slide it in, it can just slide back out. Okay? So take this, put the bobby pin in, and then go down, up, down, up, down, up. Kind of like that. And believe it or not, that one bobby pin can hold it because it's light. It's not a heavy bun at all. So this is how I like to wear my hair a lot, usually in buns. I have different types of buns, but at the end of the day, they're all really just buns. So this is how I smooth down my edges, and that's how I, you know, wear my hair from time to time in a bun. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and see you in another video. Bye.